when you go fishing from one place to the other. In the U.S. you will see many different types of lakes and rivers. Each body of water has its own endearing characteristic, but they also have a lot of things in common. And it is where the lakes and rivers in Central Florida differ from all the other lakes in the United States. A circumflex it has its own uniqueness. It is popularly known that Central Florida is famous for fantastic bass fishing. They have the best lakes in the entire Florida because they have the finest largemouth bass any other lakes could give. Bass fishing in Central Florida is world-class. Throughout the year, the reproduction of this fish occurs between December and April, at which time the bass will be at their heaviest. 8 to 10 pound trophy class fish are possible on any given day, with a chance at even a larger bass. You can also find in Central Florida the famous Kissimmee chain of lakes where the finest largemouth bass can be found. Central Florida bass fishing is known worldwide. Avid fishermen from all over the world take their vacations here in order to see and catch their own world-class wallmouth, a sure pride of their collection. Before you go on fishing for bass fishes in Central Florida, you have first to consider that fishes have different characteristics, and they are as follows. 1. Shallow water fish or littoral zone fish. These fishes live and survive in shallow water, near the shoreline. 2. Of course, when there are fishes in the shallow, there are also fishes that live in deep water. 3. The last are the classes of gypsies. These fish live in deep water home, but they then also survive near the shore. Now, if you are done categorizing to what characteristic does the bass fish belong, start the ultimate fishing. But wait, you might be wondering where on Central Florida you can get these bass fishes. Here is a list of lakes where you can find the finest and the best bass fishes in the whole Central Florida. A circumflex sent the Lake Topeka or the Lake Toho. The Floridia's trophy largemouth fisheries are found in Lake Topeka or Lake Toho. It is actually the place where B.A.S.S is held. This is also known as the Kissimmee chain of lakes. A circumflex sent the Lake Cypress. A circumflex sent in the Lake Kissimmee. Try to visit these lakes, and you will never regret it. While there are so many seasoned bass fishers from Central Florida and some from out of state, there are also those who have little or no experience just yet but want to take up the sport. It is necessary to know that it is not just about throwing a line in the water and wait. There are some necessary procedures and laws to follow. The following are important guides for fishing bass in Central Florida. 1. Be sure that the boats you are going to use are fully equipped with all U.S. Coast Guard safety equipment and cell phone for emergency purposes. 2. It is a must to consider the weather condition. You should leave the water when a storm comes or if there is lightning in the area. 3. You should start to fish early in the morning or in the evening because bass are active on cooler temperature. 4. Use artificial or live bait to trap the bass. This is an effective technique because bass are not aware of the bass fishers when they are feeding. 5. Bring extra rods and reels. You might need it. But if you feel like you want the guide services to help you, you can just search for them at the internet, because they already have an advertisement regarding the services they offer. Different bass fishing guide agencies will assist you with your tour. It may charge you a certain amount, but it is an expense I am sure will be worth it. You will like the pleasure that bass fishing will give to you. As a reminder, do not forget to bring with you your sunglasses and sunscreen because it might get hot out there. But of course, do not forget to bring food. You don't want an angry stomach on your bass fishing trip, do you? And best of all, be sure you have your camera so you can take pictures as a memoirs of your fantastic bass fishing in Central Florida, as well as that whopping 15-pounder that you caught.